day there, everybody. Settle down, settle down. My name is Mr. McCutcheon, and I will be your substitute teacher for today. Okay, I'm quite new here, so if you could just let me know what you have been studying today. Yes, I know it's mathematics. Okay, but you would like to tell me what we were doing with mathematics? Okay, so I take it you've all got your textbooks then. Great, great. Okay, so let me just write my name on the board here. Has anybody got any chalk? Oh, well, I don't have any chalk. I haven't seen a chalkboard in quite some time. Apologies about that, so don't you worry about my name at all. Just remember, Mr. McCutcheon. Okay, so I don't know what your usual procedure with the substitute teachers are, but I like to have a little bit of a different way, different approach for teaching. I like all of my people, students, to feel comfortable whilst being taught. Okay, so we'll go through some fun activities together, and we'll do all these great things. So by the end of your lesson today, class, how long is it again? Thank you kindly so much. I'm beginning to like you. So by the time we finish our lesson for today, you should feel not only educated, but relaxed, enlightened. You'll be feeling great, okay? So I know it's mathematics and calculus, and you probably wouldn't associate that with having too much fun, but I will make it fun for you. So I've got in my suitcase here all of your appropriate textbooks. Okay, so if we can just get that open here. Right, so we'll get that open and let's begin with our lesson for today. Okay, so let's pop you open there. So what I make sure with our mathematics class is that we've got all the appropriate tools ready for you to learn, and believe me, some of the stages that you might be on at the moment, we're gonna make that even better for you and find out great ways to do solutions and things like that. I'm sure you'll appreciate it. So, oh my goodness, no. Oh dear, no. Oh dear. Oh, so it appears that I have got the wrong suitcase with me today. I thought we were doing mathematics, but I appear to have packed all for my other class. And let me have a look in here. Anything in there? No, oh dear, no. Well, I'm afraid I've got a suitcase full of dinosaurs here. I was planning on this for the other class, and it was meant to be a little bit of a paleontology lesson. Oh dear, oh, that's quite embarrassing. I tell you what, I'm pretty quietly confident that your mathematics and your mathematical ability is probably really good here already. I know you've got a good reputation in this class. So how about if we just, for today's lesson, don't tell any of the other teachers, but we'll do some sort of paleontology lesson, and I'll take you through all of the dinosaurs that I've got here in models and talk to you about it. I promise you it'll be fun, and yeah, apologies again. I mean, I really made sure that I had everything packed for today, so I don't know how I've actually done this. I mean, first the chalk and now the papers. I don't know. Okay, so how about we get each one out and then I will tell you all about them, and you can enjoy them, and perhaps this could be a little bit of a show and tell for you. You could find that quite fun and educational. How does that sound? Brilliant. Okay, well, why don't we just get to this then? Right, so we'll get one out at a time and talk about it. Right. So, can anybody tell me what this dinosaur is here? You must be familiar with it. You've all seen the movies, no doubt. Well, there we go. It's you again, isn't it? I like you. You're not only great at mathematics, but you also know your paleontology there as well. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about this dinosaur. Right. Velociraptor was a cichlicoid dinosaur that flourished in Central and Eastern Asia during the late Cretaceous period, 99 million to 65 million years ago. It is closely related to the North American dinosaurs of the early Cretaceous period. Both possessed an unusually large claw on each foot, as well as acidified tendon reinforcements in the tail that enabled them to maintain balance while striking and slashing at prey with one foot upraised. Velociraptor was smaller than the dinosaurs, reaching a length of only 1.8 meters, 6 feet, and perhaps weighing no more than 45 kilograms, 100 pounds. A common misconception is that the raptors in Jurassic Park are actually that tall, when in fact they were a lot smaller, though probably possessed a lot of the character traits you see in the films, such as pack hunters. Velociraptor appears to have been a swift, agile predator of small herbivores, though, as I'm sure you agree, they make speculating how their social behavior was in real life very interesting. Probably one of the most notorious known dinosaurs during the Jurassic period, but certainly a fascinating one. And I'm sure that you all know it from the movies, don't you? Of course, but really is a fascinating creature that used to roam this world. And I'm sure that you can agree with me that's probably one of the best dinosaurs. So hopefully, yeah, and how did you find that there? Okay, this is a little bit better than your mathematics and calculus papers. Great, well, we've got plenty more here for you. Okay, so let me pick one out for you next. I think you're really gonna like this one. It's very, very interesting. Can anybody tell me what this is? Hold on, it appears to be you. You seem to know quite a lot about paleontology. I'm sure that you know just as much about paleontology than mathematics. This, of course, is the T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it's notoriously known for being able to fly everywhere. What am I talking about? I don't mean the T-Rex. I mean the pterodon, and of course, pterodon spelled with a P at the front, just to be extra confusing for you. Pterodon, known as the flying reptile pterosaur, found as fossils in North America dating from 90 million to 100 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. Pteranodon was one of the largest flying creatures ever to roam this world, with a huge wingspan of 7 meters, that's 23 feet. But what's most amazing is that some species of the pterosaurs had wingspans close to 11 meters. That's 36 feet. Absolutely incredible. You can only imagine what that would look like if it was flying towards you. Its toothless jaws were very long and pelican-like, as you can see. A crest at the back of the skull, a common feature among pterosaurs, may have functioned in species recognition. The crest of males was, though, larger than females. The crest is often thought to have counterbalanced the jaws, or have been necessary for steering in flight, though you could only imagine what a spectacle the pterodon would have been flying over you. Truly an amazing sight to behold. This tells us it was an absolutely beautiful creature with a wingspan. Can get up to 11 meters. Now that's pretty incredible, isn't it? Now you can imagine this flying towards you, couldn't you? It'd be quite a little bit of a sight to behold, but really one of the biggest creatures ever to roam the skies of this world. Okay, so I think that we will do another one here. So I think it's time to take out one of the big guns here. Right, I think you should probably be quite familiar with this. Can anybody tell me what this particular dinosaur's name is? You recognize it? That's correct, it's you at the front again. You certainly know your paleontology, don't you? That's great. That's just what every substitute teacher wants to see from their students, and that's really great. Of course, I'm sure you all know as well, don't you? But yeah, you're doing extra well today. Okay, yeah, this of course is the Spinosaurus, probably one of the not so well recognized dinosaurs in terms of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, but this dinosaur is the biggest apex predator that ever roamed our planet. Let's take a little closer inspection along here. Spinosaurus, which was longer and heavier than the Tyrannosaurus, and is the largest known carnivorous dinosaur. It possessed a skull of 1.5 meters, roughly 6 feet long, a body length of 14 to 18 meters, 46 to 59 feet, and an estimated mass of 12,000 to 20,000 kilograms. That's 13 to 22 tons. Like other Spinosaurus possessed a long, narrow skull resembling that of a crocodile, and nostrils near the ears instead of the end of the snout. Its teeth were straight and conical instead of curved and blade-like as in other theropods, and is believed to have been a hunter, but on land and in shallow waters. All of these features and adaptations of for piscovery, that is, the consumption of fish. Other Spinosaurids have been found with particularly digested fish scales and the bones of the dinosaurs in their stomach regions. The Spinosaurus teeth have also been found embedded in pterosaurs' bones. The sail of the animal's back was probably used for social displays. As you can see here, it's quite substantial. Some authorities believe that the sail was to control temperature regulation, but I believe that the fin replicates that of what we see in many of our sea creatures today, so it would be used for balance and swimming, and considering its prey was both from land and sea. I believe the Spinosaurus was a good swimmer, and this information is backed up as new records in Mexico from their finds may indicate now. So it really is a truly terrifying dinosaur. It's bigger than the Tyrannosaurus Rex and really is something spectacular and the biggest apex predator to roam this world. The thing that makes the Spinosaurus such a terrifying dinosaur is not only its sheer size or weight or the fact that it can swim, but the fact that you wouldn't be safe if you were running away on land, or if you decided to get away from it on sea, the Spinosaurus would still catch you. So it really is quite a terrifying prospect, really, but a fascinating creature, and one that I strongly believe should get the recognition it deserves, just like the more popular Tyrannosaurus Rex. But in paleontology, there's always a debate with the Spinosaurus as to what its prey was and how it stood. Many believe that it stands just like the Tyrannosaurus. So really, the debate is always open with the Spinosaurus. Okay, so I think after that carnivore, we'll probably look at an herbivore now. Okay, so can you name me a herbivore? Okay, right. Stegosaurus, the Triceratops. That's great suggestions there, everybody. Brachiosaurus. Well, I haven't got one of those today. I don't think it would fit in. Okay, but I have got another one here for you. Right. This one's a little bit smaller. These are to scale to one another, as you could probably tell with the Spinosaurus and the Velociraptor there. The Velociraptor is way bigger, and it's depicted here. It's too big. Okay, can anybody tell me what this dinosaur is? That's correct. It's an Angliasaurus, and one of the well-known herbivores here as well. Angliasaurus was a heavily armored herbivore dinosaur that lived from 66 to 70 million years ago in North America during the late Cretaceous period. Angliasaurus was one of the largest ankylosaurs, with a total length of about 10 meters, that's 33 feet, and probably a weight of about 4 tons. Its head was square and flat and was broader than it was long. Its teeth, as you could see here, like those of the related Stegosaurus, as I'm sure you've probably known, consisted of a simple curved row of irregularly leaf-shaped teeth. The body was short, with larger than normal legs to support its weight. Like other ankylosaurs, its back and flanks were protected from predators' attacks by thick bands of armor consisting of flat, bony plates. These plates, as you could see along here, were supplemented by rows of bony spikes projecting from the animal's flanks. The skull was also heavily armored and spiked, and definitely one of the most well-defended herbivores. Ankylosaurus' long tail terminated in a thick club of bone, which probably swung as a defense against predators. So even though Ankylosaur evolved to become a well-armored dinosaur, you certainly wouldn't want to be at the receiving end of its club. That would be a total wipeout. How very interesting to see such a heavily armored herbivore and the way it evolved to protect itself from predators is fascinating. Really is a great dinosaur. Now we've got one more dinosaur. I think we've got time. Okay. Right. So yeah, your period is nearly up. Are you all enjoying this so far? Is this a little bit better than mathematics? Once again, I'm really sorry that we didn't get to do your papers, but hopefully that this is a nice substitute for you, so I shouldn't worry about not learning anything for today. Okay, the mistake's all mine. Right, just like I should have probably brought some chalk over there so you can got my name there, but not to worry about that either. Okay, so finally, can you tell me what the last dinosaur is going to be? Yes, well done again. It's Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this is the best till last. Probably everyone's favorite, probably because of that movie which we all like and enjoy. Tyrannosaur, probably the most famous and well-known dinosaur that lived from the late Jurassic period, about 150 million years ago, to the latest Cretaceous period, about 65 million years ago, the time they reached their greatest dominance. The best known and largest member of the group is Tyrannosaurus Rex, or more commonly known T-Rex, the king of the tyrant lizards, as its Latin name is usually translated. It walked on powerfully developed hind limbs. If the animal had stood upright, it would have been more than 6.5 meters, 21 feet tall, but usually the posture was horizontal, with the body carried parallel to the ground and the tail held off the ground as counterbalance, just like what you see here. In this position, a large adult weighing 4,000 to 7,000 kilograms, about 9,000 to 15,000 pounds, could measure 14 meters long. I know Jurassic Park depicted the Tyrannosaurus Rex with poor visibility, but in fact this is quite the contrary. T-Rex was the apex predator of its time, with an eye position to that of modern humans. Their optic lobe were much longer and larger. However, so unlike most dinosaurs, T-Rex had a combination of great smell and powerful vision. An amazing thing about the Tyrannosaurus Rex is that, contrary to popular belief with what is depicted on the Jurassic Park movies, the T-Rex saying that it has poor visibility, so if you stood still, then the T-Rex wouldn't see you. This is quite the contrary. In fact, the T-Rex is known to having really great vision and is one of the very few dinosaurs that has the combination of great vision and sense of smell. It is said that the T-Rex had 13 times the visual clarity than modern day humans. That's with the position of where the T-Rex eyes are. 13 times more clarity. Can you imagine how far away the T-Rex can see you? So, a little note to you, if you're ever traveling around the San Diego area, then of course if you see a Jurassic dinosaur there, and particularly a Tyrannosaurus Rex, if it all becomes a reality one day, then make sure as soon as you see it you start running, because by that point the T-Rex probably would have spotted you from a long way away and could be heading in your direction. So it really is something spectacular and quite a scary thing to consider. So hopefully this makes you feel relaxed. Yes? Great. So really is one of the most spectacular dinosaurs, and this is into scale with the Spinosaurus, so you can see the difference here between the two dinosaurs. It really is quite some vast differences here. To see the powerful jaw of the T-Rex and the elongated jaw of the Spinosaurus really is a fascinating idea that paleontologists have. Who would actually be stronger in a battle, in a duel of the fates between those two dinosaurs? It really is something to consider, and I think would be a fascinating thing to learn more about. But as paleontologists, you can just keep speculating with various things. The debate is never final, it is never over, and you could keep coming up with new ideas, with new research available each year, new technology advancing. So it makes it an absolutely fascinating subject. I personally find it something very therapeutic and relaxing to listen to. When I was learning about this, I can easily just relax and perhaps fall asleep, which I notice a couple of you have done there. Would you like to give me a little bit of a nudge there? Well, you can leave them there either way. It's just because it's near the end of the lesson now, and I'm sure they'd appreciate if they can go. Okay, so hopefully that you enjoyed your mathematics lesson for today. Okay, going through your calculus papers. Please don't tell your head teacher about this. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, that would be really great of you. And I try to keep my lessons as interesting as possible for you, so hopefully this has been both informative, enjoyable, and educational for you all, and sparks the imagination of what paleontology does and means to so many people. It's a very relaxing subject. Okay, well, thank you so much for being such a considerate class and classroom here. Okay, so hopefully next time I will bring the right suitcase and you can do your mathematics, but that's providing that the school calls me back again to be your substitute teacher. Okay, so I really hope that you enjoyed today's lesson. I've been your substitute teacher, Mr. McCutcheon, so thank you so much. I have an interest in paleontology, mathematics, English, literature, and of course history, all of the important things. Okay, so I think that it's about time. Well, apparently it's 5 minutes to midnight on my watch, so unless my watch is broken, I think it's time for you to all go. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this class, and apologies again for all the things that I forgot. These things tend to happen, being a substitute teacher and being on the go and moving everywhere all the time. It's a lot to think about and to do, so it's been really great teaching you all. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you feel relaxed and good. And it really is a great school that you got here. So I think it's that time that we will go. Any questions from anybody? No? Well, I'll be around in the school till the end of the day if anyone is interested in more paleontology. It'd be my pleasure to talk to you more about it. Okay. But unless I see you again and your teacher is off sick again, then I'm sure that I might be called and be seeing your faces again. So thank you so much for being a considerate class today. Alright. Okay, take care and cheerio. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, cheerio. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. No worries. Yeah, great. Glad to hear it. Yeah, really was great to see you. Great to see you too. Nice to meet you. Hope you enjoyed it. Yes. And well done today for getting all your answers right. Okay, and speaking out in class. I appreciate that. It's great seeing you. Okay, bye class.